Hey everyone, Tankenstein here, and welcome to this episode of Stock 2 Spaded. In this episode, I will be bringing you the MiG-15bis. This is a rank 5, battle rating 8.7 Russian jet fighter. And this is actually an optionally unlocked plane, so even though you see a lot of these in matches, believe it or not, you do not need to unlock this in order to progress in the tech tree, being that it sits in the same exact spot as the MiG-15. So that said, it is perfect for stock to spaded. So in the first match, as always, I will be giving you a completely stock playing, so I'll be showing you exactly how this thing performs stock. In the second match, I will be showing you how it performs about halfway, so with about half the modifications unlocked, and in the third and final match, I'll be showing you exactly how this looks fully spaded, and throughout I'll be noting the differences in performance and kind of go over how I feel if this plane actually performs, and finally at the very end I'll go over whether or not I think it's actually worth purchasing, spading, crewing, all of that. Now that said, the MiG-15bis, just kind of go over it real briefly here. It does have three major differences over the MiG-15. First, it has a better engine. Second, it has access to the G-suit. And third, it has access to boosters. So all of those things help out tremendously and bring its BR up by 0.4, but it is in large part possibly worth it, but I'll be going over that in this video. So that said, of course, please consider subscribing if you like more content like this, and also let me know what you guys think about this type of video in the comments below, and also how I can improve it, being that this is a new series. Either way, let's get into it. So here we are in the fully stock match, and you know, if this seems a little bit off from my normal audio recordings, it's because I accidentally didn't record this with my normal voiceover audio, so I'm actually adding the audio just for this match alone after the fact. So I do get 3 kills in this match, by the way, but that said, fully stock, as you guys might be able to notice here, there's not really all too much in the way of rolling capabilities, unfortunately. And rolling with this aircraft is just dreadful. You know, one of the things that I look for, one of the reasons why I love German fighters so damn much, is that when it comes to roll rate, especially with the FW190, roll rate allows for you to just transfer your energy from one side to the next very easily, very quickly. And so in a dogfight, you can quickly go from left to right, up, down, wherever, just because you have really good roll rate. With this aircraft, it is not that way. You will not be able to make fine adjustments. So once you get your kind of turn in, you can make small adjustments here and there, but that's it, you know. Unfortunately, it's really a big thing. And one other thing to note here is that the MiG-15bis actually has stock stats that are almost identical to the stock MiG-15, so I guess just the MiG-15 that has spaded. So it's very interesting that you have these two aircraft that it's almost like this takes off where that one ends. Very important to note here is that when it comes to the upgrades that you're going to want to pick here, obviously get compressor on the first one, maybe get shell, like the belts, the ammo belts for the 23, but I would likely go for compressor, get yourself that immediate big enough boost in performance, and then after that, go for boosters. I mean, boosters on this aircraft are so phenomenally important, and then after that, you know, really you want to prioritize boosters and G-suit. And a lot of people might say to themselves, oh, that sucks, why would I want to do that? But the thing is, they might not be flashy, they might not fill out the stat card, but those are the most important upgrades for this aircraft. If you guys don't see why in this video, you know, and I'll show you, my next match will have the boosters, and my final match will have the boosters and the G-suit. It is very much apparent, because this aircraft compresses like hell when it doesn't have those boosters, and the G-suit will allow you to be able to turn for X amount more time without passing out, which is phenomenally important, incredibly important. So again, really, I mean, this aircraft stock is not bad. 3 kills, not too bad, but you will want to get those nice juicy upgrades, and you know, it is extremely important that you prioritize the non-stat card updates, if that makes any sense. So that said, let's get into the next match here, see what we could do. And you know, I think I get 2.5. I should have gotten 3 kills in this next match in the halfway stock or halfway spaded match, but you never know. Anyways, let's get into it. So as we kind of get a little bit closer to the battle here, this is my second match, so about halfway spaded. I've got about half of the performance unlocked for this, plus 37mm ammo belt, so it should be a little bit more effective in that regard. But the biggest thing that I've noticed thus far, insofar as performance, is going to be the boosters. I mean, the boosters, having those has been revolutionary. I mean, it's just been absolutely ridiculous how good they are. Now, I'm feeling like I might need the 23mm cannons, the ammo belts, because I've been getting a lot of crits but not a lot of kills recently with this. That guy decided to throw me a bone. Thank you, Mr. I'm not going to say that, but ultimately, I'll tell you this. The boosters have been the biggest upgrade thus far. I mean, the roll rate feels a little bit better. Definitely the compression isn't as bad, and you can maneuver through a higher range of speed, which is very, very nice. And also, I mean, I'm getting better rate of climb, better just overall performance, and it's definitely felt. Just the general performance that, you might normally think of, it's definitely there. 100%, I definitely feel it. It's been awesome. Now, one thing I did forget to mention when it comes to... Really? Is this guy not going to head on with me? Okay. One thing that I did forget to mention a bit... I thought that guy was closer, that F-86 or whatever that was up there. Okay. Oh, ugly! Ugly! Oh, lost control, and that's why the G-suit is probably going to be the biggest upgrade I can get for this thing. But when it comes down to it, what I was going to say was that this does have better 23mm cannons than what you see. Ooh, that was ugly. Than what you see on the stock MiG-23. So these cannons, depending on at least how you think of it, they do have a better firing rate. So you do get more ammunition out of the barrel faster, which is very nice. I don't really know if it's necessary. Some people might not like that. I personally think that it's pretty good. It does allow you to get a little bit more destructive capability out again with this, which is definitely very nice. So I'm going to go for this A4B. I feel like most people probably will. I'd imagine that these guys might be like, what, 2 of the last guys left on the team? Seems like we're trouncing them pretty hard, but maybe not. Okay, I'm going for this A4E. He seems to be pretty low energy. Hopefully should be able to get him. But, again, when it comes down to it, I mean, I am very... Is this guy really going to try to crash? Ooh, get up. Get up, doggy. Holy guacamole. I think he was dropping bombs at the end there. That would have sucked to have to deal with. But ultimately, like I said, I mean, I wonder if you guys see this, but the performance on this is definitely substantially better. And like I said, the MiG-15bis basically starts off on performance where the MiG-15, the stock MiG-15, or the fully spaded MiG-15 kind of ends. So what you're getting with the stock MiG-15bis, again, is kind of a fully spaded MiG-15. And it's nice. I mean, having these performance upgrades, very, very nice. Even at 8.7, not fully spaded, it definitely feels very good. Now, you do have to be good with the cannons. They don't have the greatest fire rate. They are hard-hitting, but they don't always kill enemies, unfortunately. But I will be landing right now and try to get a little bit more ammunition. This might be it, but you know what? I'm pretty okay with this match. 1 kill, 1 assist, but it was pretty clean flying for the most part, and you did get to see the strengths and weaknesses of it as it progresses to about the half-spaded status. So, not too upset with this match thus far, but I'll try to get a few more kills. So we got this A4E, last one here. He is going into a low-energy state, going to slow down when I get to him. Perfect. Okay, dropped a few points of speed. That'll make it a little easier to target here, and... got a kill, finally. Okay, not too bad. 2 kills, 1 assist. Not a bad match. And I'm going to crash into the ground. That's why you need your G-suit, guys. Seriously, that's the biggest, in my opinion, probably upgrade outside of the boosters. So that said, let's get into a fully spaded match and see what we could do. So here we are, fully spaded in the last match of this video, and as you guys may have guessed, I mean, of course, getting all the performance upgrades, G-suit, all that, it's pretty much more of the same. But I will tell you this, that the G-suit is possibly the most important of those upgrades. I mean, it can allow you to pull about 0.6 Gs more, which is fantastic, especially in an aircraft like this, and especially being that I just don't feel like getting the expert crew because, of course, that costs, I think, around $500,000 silver lions. It's ridiculous. So getting that G-Suit upgrade is very, very important. Though, I mean, of course, you probably should get the expert crew if you're really looking to play this aircraft a lot because, let me tell you guys, I mean, even with the G-Suit, it still pulls like crazy. But otherwise, I mean, its performance, as you can see, I've gotten up to around 4,500 meters, 830 kilometers per hour with no problems. I mean, this plane is just phenomenal when it comes to performance. And it's pretty much just an entire step up over the stock MiG-15, the standard MiG-15, the non-bis MiG-15. And between the two upgrades that you see, so like the boosters and the G-Suit, I mean, I'm telling you, those are probably the two biggest upgrades that you can get for this aircraft. I mean, they're just so fantastic and important. And those are not air. Ooh, look at this guy. He is jumping all around here. There we go. That was ugly on my part, but I'll take it. But those two upgrades are not ones that are flashy, right? Like, they don't fill out the stat card. Everybody wants those stat card upgrades. Compressor and engine, I feel like, and possibly the wing upgrade are probably the most important ones, followed by the cover and fuselage. But this aircraft, I mean, like, it handles so much better at higher speeds now. It's just, again, a phenomenal aircraft. It can get to high speeds, over 1,000 kilometers per hour with ease. With ease. So, I mean, I've got, you know, I really like this aircraft. Now, the biggest problem I find with it is simply that what'll happen a lot of the time is... Yeah, I'm not going to fire on them. What'll happen a lot of the time is that, being that this is an 8.7 BR aircraft, unlike the standard MiG-15... Okay, is he going to crash? Nope. But unlike the standard MiG-15, what's going to happen is that you will get into a lot of 9.7 BR matches, you know, which obviously that sucks, like bad. 9.7 BR matches are no place for a MiG-15 of any type. Doesn't matter if it's a BIS, doesn't matter if it's the, you know, the standard MiG-15, obviously. The BIS can handle itself a bit better, but because it gets into so many of those up tiers with such a glut of 9.7 BR aircraft, I have to wonder, is it really worth it actually getting this aircraft? And I kind of want to say yes, I kind of want to say no. You know, if you're a gunfighter fan, if you're a fan of the MiG-15, if you really like the playstyle of the standard MiG-15, this is really just a more, I wouldn't say a more perfected, that sounds weird, but I guess you could say that. It's just a better version of that. You know, it's more or less a perfected version of the MiG-15 before you get into the MiG-17. And the MiG-17, of course, is 9.7 BR, or 9.0 BR, rather. So, really, I mean, in many ways, this is worth it. But at the same token, I'm not so sure, because it's an optional plane. You know, you do not need to get this plane by any means. Nice! And so what'll happen is, you know, of course, you can get this aircraft, you can do well with it, so on and so forth, but it's totally optional. Plus, you have to go into 9.0 or 9.7 BR matches, facing aircraft like the Milan, the Su-25K will be in your matches a lot. I mean, like, it sucks. You know, when you're in a down tier, I mean, like, look at this. I didn't even play all that well, and I'm doing well. But when you are facing an up tier, it gets real tough. One other really good thing about this, and I do like showing this off a bit, is that this can handle ground forces pretty well in ARB. As you saw, it just took out a heavy tank with no problem. Of course, you do have to shoot the tail of it, but I was able to destroy that heavy tank without any issue. Number 1 on the team, 2 kills, 1 assist. So, simply put, is this plane worth it going from stock to spaded? I think making this plane spaded, I mean, it's awesome. As a fan of a gunfighter, I love this aircraft. Seriously. I mean, it's just such a phenomenal aircraft. And really, I mean, when you look at a plane like the MiG-17, like I mentioned before, this is in many ways similar to the MiG-17, being that the MiG-17 more or less has about the same rate of climb, turn time, a bit better top speed, and it does have better high-speed performance characteristics. You're more or less kind of getting that without the high-speed performance characteristics and slightly higher speed at 8.7 BR instead of 9.0 BR, but again, this is optional. So do I recommend it? I think I already touched on this, but I can if you're a gunfighter. If you're in the Russian air tech tree, I can recommend this if you're a gunfighter. If you really love how the MiG-15 plays, definitely go ahead, try this thing out. I mean, it takes it up to the other level. It's like the MiG-15 is like buying a standard trim level of a car, and then the next one that you get is the performance variant. That's what this is. This is more or less the performance variant of the MiG-15, and I love it. You know, I mean, it's just a phenomenal aircraft, and I think even at 8.7 BR, you're not necessarily going to get into so many up tiers where it makes this plane totally ineligible, where it's just not really worth playing. And in the matches that you do get where they are the same BR, maybe 9.0 up tiers or hopefully down tiers, you can dominate with ease. Just make sure that you know how to use the cannons and that you're accurate with them, because the velocity on the shells is a little bit funky. That said, either way, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please, of course, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all on the other side. Heading off for the day. Take care, everyone.